a dream within a dream, or a dream state, if you will. The reason why flat Earth is so important, it's because people have created a dream state for us, and then we live in their dream. So flat earthers believe the Earth once had these big giant trees that were everywhere, and it created some sort of canopy over this Earth. Now, you look at some of these mountains like Devil's Tower, and it looks like someone cut them down. So that seems crazy because we weren't there, we couldn't see it. But you look at it and it's like, oh, I think that looks like a tree. It doesn't look like a mountain. Now, if I were to tell you in the future that you lived in a building, and you're like, well, what do you mean I live in a building? So if someone created like an amusement park world in all of New Jersey or something, take a small state, and they just made all these buildings. You go to Asia and they have these like huge, like Lottie World. They have these huge amusement park worlds in buildings where you have snow skiing and you have roller coasters and you have they're kind of like Disney World type places, but they're in these big buildings and they're huge. Well, what if you created just life in a building? You would create their life in the building, or at least you would think you would. A Westworld situation. That's basically what's going on with Globe Earth. Globe Earth does that. It doesn't do it physically. It does it spiritually. It does it emotionally in your mind. It gives you a picture, and then through that picture, people can steer your energy, steer your thoughts, steer your desires. No, it doesn't really work. You still think it comes from you. You still think everything comes from you. But if you say there isn't a God, you're saying that you're God, basically. You've just given Godhood. You've just given authority to your beliefs. I think, therefore I am. I am the one that thinks. I am the one that decides what I believe. Now, that's just basic enlightenment, and enlightenment taken on steroids. Is this pagan? Is this pantheistic world we live in, where the controllers want us in a building. They want us inside, and then they want us really on the computer. They want us in this video game state. They want us in the metaverse, and they want to control our emotions. And it doesn't really work that well, in my opinion. Because I've never been in it. But it does. I mean, I know that I buy Tide detergent or I buy Gain detergent because of the advertisements. Seventh Generation, sometimes I buy that because it's more natural detergent. But I know the food and the stuff I buy is because it's the stuff I see on the ads. Now, I know what's going on, and I let it happen because I tell myself I like those products, and I do feel like those products are better than the other products. I will try the other products. I'll try the natural products and the mom and pop products, but they're just too expensive. So until they get their prices down, I got to buy it from the Illuminati. But my point with this rant is just to explain to you the importance of Globe Earth to them. And to them, it's just to suck your energy. They just don't think they have any worth. They don't think they're any good at anything if they can't distribute life. They want to distribute your entertainment through your sports and your movies. They want to distribute your products. They literally own everything. Google what Warren Buffett owns. He owns everything. Bill Gates owns a lot of stuff too. The Allens own a lot of stuff too. They're the ones that rule the world right now. The Bilderbergers are the ones, the main family, and the queen who just died. She owned the gold. Her mother did. And then when anybody gets to the top, when anybody gets to any point in business, they bring them in and try to manage their wealth and try to basically buy it up from them. And they put them on their stock markets and give them incentives to take extra fiats. It's just another fiat, just another fake system. And so they can manage the dream state we live in. Now, we don't know the original dream state. We don't know. We know the original Earth is a flat plane of existence. We know there's different dream states. Now, anybody that plays with those dream states, they just seem to be going to a lower level. They seem to be going to the fifth dimension, which is a shadowland. The point of 5 just reflects itself the same. So 5 points, any way you play with that shape, it's the same shape any which way you point it. And they usually point it towards themselves. They usually point it down because they don't want to point it up. They want to give reflection to something higher. It just reflects back to themselves, and it creates shadows. And you can, if you try to recreate the creation, you do it through the creation. So the evolution story is to evolve from animal, and then if you try to reflect that in different conscious states, you see dragons and snakes and lizards. And some of that might be from the cloning. There are lizards. There are lizard people. I know for people that don't like conspiracies, they're like, that's so crazy. the conspiracies, it is crazy, but there are Brian from Fox News is a lizard. The guy literally goes from Fox News to home to his dungeon and just channels demons all day. There's other people that have seen him as a lizard. He doesn't go out very much. He is a walking lizard. He's one of the last ones. There's a couple other ones, but Brian from Fox News, other people have seen. I ran into Billy Corgan one time because I heard him mention that he saw a lizard one time, and I just said, "Who was it? Was it Brian?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" I goes, "The lizard you saw, was it Brian?" And he goes, "Yeah," and laughed and just put his head down and walked away. So yeah, there are lizard people. I don't know if he was cloned or something from a reptile, or if he's from the bloodline of King Solomon, which is the bloodline of the Illuminati, the Devil's Seed. I'm not sure exactly all the details of it, but that's the gist of it. The dream state is the emotional experience, and then you control the physical experience through the emotional experience by giving them a fake one, and then you think it comes from you. That's the gist of the spirit side of globe Earth and why flat Earth is so important, because they're trying to steal your mind, and they're trying to steal your hopes, and are trying to steal your dreams, and to put you in a rocket ship and say you can fix everything in some distant galaxy. Just vote for their government and just play their game. And it's a lie, and it's a trap. And it will steal your hopes and dreams and your desires.